Hello everyone, this is Ashrita from Truly Nutrition. I'm a consulting nutritionist. I did my Masters in Applied Nutrition and I'm a certified food and spirit practitioner. You can reach me at trulynutrition.edite.clinic. Today's topic is very interesting. It's hidden medicines in our kitchen cabinet. Yes, we do have certain food ingredients which also acts as medicines and have a therapeutic effect on our body. So today's topic is about hidden medicines in our kitchen cabinet. I believe cooking is a creative way to nourish our body. When you look into the traditional methods of cooking, it's always bringing the right balance between different flavors and textures of food, as well as this kind of balance helps in good assimilation of vitamins and nutrients from the food into your body. So, spices and herbs are one such compounds that bring this balance into the food you cook, and also they bring the balance to your body. So when you see, let's explore some traditional cookings which get, by adding spices and herbs, we get that balance. When you are cooking some deep fried food like namkeen and all, we add some cumin seeds or ajwain seeds so that the digestion of the heavy food, like when you cooking a food and when you're deep frying a food, it becomes very heavy food, rich in calories. To help to digest that thing, we add usually cumin seeds or ajwain seeds. So the heaviness and these seeds helps in digestion of that heavy food. Similarly, when you are cooking beans or when you're cooking some spicy food, we usually top it with fresh coriander leaves. The spiciness of that food is being balanced with the coolness of the coriander leaves. Similarly, when we add mint or we drink some mint-based buttermilk after having a heavy biryani or some heavy spicy food. So this mint helps to cool down the body. This way, traditionally, we keep on our recipes or our eating habits basically based on the balancing between right food and getting all those things into, we make sure the recipe which we are cooking will get that balance to our body. So today let us explore such herbs which help, which have a culinary use as well as they have some therapeutic effect on our body. So today there are many herbs in India, but today I am going to explore only 3 to 4 herbs I'll show you. In this video we will see the 4 different herbs which I am going to tell you today, and their uses and how you can use them in your daily life to get those therapeutic benefits. Our first herb is thyme. This is thyme. Thyme is having very small leaves. It's a very good digestive aid. If you have any gastric issues like gasiness, flatulence or bloating, you can use this thyme herb to get relief from the gastric issues. It is having a volatile oil called thymol. It's an antibacterial, antiseptic, and it is used in mouthwashes as an additive. And this is having high ORAC values, so it is a very good immune. This thyme is having gamma butyric acid which acts as a stress buster. So when you are very much stressed, just smell this thyme or have a small tea based with thyme. So these are the uses of thyme in our kitchen. So if you get any chance to buy this herb, please do buy it. And our second herb is rosemary. It does have some woody branch texture here, and this rosemary is also having a unique smell for itself. So let us explore some uses of rosemary. Rosemary is having a very different kinds of phytochemicals. These phytochemicals have various actions, like they are cardioprotective, they are anti-cancerogenic, and they prevent the proliferation of cancer cells. They act as a muscle relaxants, and they are also neuroprotective, like for your neuron protection also. This rosemary, the phytochemicals in the rosemary are very helpful. And the liquid extract of this rosemary, like if you are taking it as a tea form, then this rosemary will help to reduce your cholesterol levels. This is having many phytochemicals in it, so try to use rosemary in your diet. Watch the video till the end. I'll also show you how to use these herbs in your diet. The third herb you are seeing is the parsley. This also looks similar, same like coriander, but the leaf texture is different. So these are the leaves of parsley. You can see they are in bunches, whereas coriander leaves doesn't be in so this bunchy. But both of them belong to the same family. So this is parsley, and parsley is a rich source of vitamin K, vitamin A and vitamin C. Vitamin K is very good for your bone strength. So if somebody having osteoporosis or rheumatoid arthritis or any bone related issues, then adding parsley to their diet will help them because it is very rich in vitamin K. Similarly, vitamin A is very good for your eyes, as you all know. So it helps, this parsley also helps in your proper vision and delay the onset of cataract. And it is a very rich source of vitamin C. As you know, vitamin C is a very rich antioxidant and it's also an immune booster. So adding parsley to your diet will help to reduce the frequent occurrence of cold or flu or any such symptoms in your body. Fourth herb is basil. So this is how a basil leaf looks, and this is almost similar to tulsi what we have, but this is a different species of tulsi. They belong to the same family, but this is the sweet basil. There are many varieties of tulsi that exist in our India, but this is the sweet basil. This is I don't think this is an Indian origin herb, but then this is having profound uses in culinary as well as it is having very good therapeutic uses. You can use the basil in different ways, and depending upon how you are using the basil, it is having different therapeutic action. If you are using the basil as a decoction, then it is hepatoprotective, and also it helps as a gastric, any gastric issues you have, it helps to heal those gastric issues if you are taking this as a decoction. If you are using it as a juice, it helps to relieve from dysentery. Dysentery is nothing but diarrhea kind of thing, more of dehydration. So if you are using it as a juice, it helps to relieve dysentery and also conjunctivitis. Paste of basil also helps to remove any marks on the face. So for acne issues or marks on the face, the paste of basil can be used. Now let us explore some different ways of using these herbs. Here I took thyme in hot water. I am steeping it for 2 minutes. This way of consuming thyme helps to relieve cold or nasal congestion or anything related to cold and flu symptoms. Here I dipped few rosemary leaves in olive oil. So this infusion helps to get those volatile oils and phytochemicals into the oil. As they are oil soluble, they can easily be assimilated into the body. And adding this olive oil and topping your salads with this olive oil will help to get the beneficiary effects of rosemary into your diet. So when you are making a salad, when you are making salad dressing, priorly dip few rosemary leaves into olive oil, keep it aside for some time and add this oil to your dressing to get the beneficiary effects of rosemary. I added basil leaves to water, and this gives a very refreshing feeling when you're drinking this water, and you get the goodness of the basil. The volatile oils present in the basil gets steeped into this water, and you get the health benefits by drinking this water. I have added parsley to the roti mix, so you can also add your herbs to a roti mix to make a herbal roti. In this way we can use the herbs that we discussed in our video today. So please do try and comment your experience with these herbs. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed my video. Please do like, share and comment and subscribe to my channel Truly Nutrition. Thank you.